Now, the people across the country are being asked to raise a glass in their favourite local pubs today in a bid to try and save them from closure. All part of a push by the government to list local pubs as assets of community value so that they can be given extra protection to stay open. And Nick Dixon is at the King's Head in Hadstock. King's Head, presumably, Nick, is one of the most popular names for a pub. But what's going on? Are they struggling?
Morning to you, Susanna. Yes, they really are struggling. They're in a very difficult position here. Like many village pubs in particular, right across the country, people aren't coming in quite as much. When they are here, they're not spending perhaps quite as much money. Overheads are costing more and more. So the government introducing a number of new measures, including, as you say, creating this National Community Pub Day, which the folks at the King's Head are most definitely celebrating. And they are really, in danger of closing. But from now, the members of the community all around the country can try and give their local pubs some protection by potentially listing them as assets of the community, as the King's Head is now. And what that means is, if the owner of the pub or the landlord decides, right, I've had enough, I'm not making enough money, or for whatever reason I'm going to bulldoze the place or I'm going to convert it into something else, it has a bit of protection, and the locals can say, well, hang on, you can't do that. We're going to get involved and potentially, save the pub. So David here is the landlord at the King's Head. David, you're in a bit of a situation because the owners want to sell, you can't afford to buy it. How are these new measures going to help people like yourself in a tricky situation?
It makes such more of awareness around the nation. It's hub the community, it's what pubs are about, and it's letting more people know that these pubs do need to be saved.
And this is up for sale for 225. But, you don't have that kind of cash.
Yeah.
But there is a bit of momentum.
Absolutely, yeah. There's a real buzz in the community to keep this pub going. Really is, what we've done, what we've achieved over the last few years. Okay. And it's going from strength to strength. OK, well, thanks, David. It is important to stress that this is not just somewhere that people pop in for a pint. This is where the church meetings take place. The book club happens here as well. The darts team meet up here. The folk club meets here on Tuesday night as well. It really is an integral part of the community, and many of them are here this morning because they are desperate to keep it open. Paula is the local vicar. Paula, why is it so important?
It is so important in so many villages where so many facilities are closing, and perhaps the school's gone and most of the shops have gone, and the church and the pub become the real points of focus of the community. And as you've said, this is a pub where people can just pop in for a whole range of things. And we have discussion groups here, and there's a raffle to do work to help the community, the footpaths, clear the churchyard, and for Remembrance Day. And it really is a place where people can be welcome, all kinds of people.
Derek, just very quickly, you're involved in the fundraising. How much have you managed to raise so far?
Well, we've got pledges of £100,000 as a part of a share issue. We're hoping to raise the balance of the funds by mortgage or grant, and we're just about to issue a prospectus. We formed a company called the Hadstock Community Pub Limited in order to raise the funds to buy the pub.
OK, well, good luck to everyone. Fingers crossed. At the moment, around 600 village pubs, community pubs in the country have been listed as assets of the community, but as expected over the next few months, that figure will go well into the thousands.